G'day viewers, my name is Michael and welcome back to SingleRacer. And now in today's video I've got a bit of good news, a bit of bad news and an apology. But ironically the apology is actually the bad news in the sense that it's just drawing to the end of summer now, but we do still have hot days even in March and April. So it's meant like I've probably in a regular sense have missed at least a dozen videos that I would normally do had it been cooler. But also, in a roundabout way, the bad news is kind of the good news disguised up as the bad news in a sense that I made it my aim in 2019 to buy the full version of Content Manager. But of course with that comes the brilliant weather app that just so happened to be released at the same time, called Soul by BOESE. And as well as that, I turned some very nice Christmas vouchers from my family into a Steam voucher and bought all the DLC for Project Cars 2 that I didn't have. So the good news in a sense is that I hope to feature more of this stuff slowly as time goes on. The bad news is it's taken me a while to kind of learn it and get my head around it because it's just so much to absorb. But I'm hoping as time goes by that as I get my head around it a bit more and get more used to how to handle it all, hopefully the videos will get slightly better and they'll just be more entertaining just from a straight out visual point of view. So that's what I'm hoping for at least. And so based on that knowledge that I slowly need to learn, I'd just like to thank two channels in particular. The first one being one of my favourites from ages ago, good old HUMBLEGEORGE, who has kindly pushed me in the direction of Content Manager by showing me how you could tune cars or mod skins, liveries, that kind of thing, and even take cars to the edge of their performance. He's been amazingly helpful and I just want to thank him personally. And, you know, so I'll be going back over his videos to see how he does things as I start to learn Content Manager. But the channel I want to feature specifically today is a channel called HIGHNESS. And there's an irony in being an Australian in that I have raced against this person many times before. His name is Peter Reginald, and I hope I've got that right, Peter. But that's how I know him, because whenever I get on the servers on Assetto Corsa, I always look for anyone Australian or any name that I recognise, and his name often came up and I just got used to seeing that name. So I've raced against him many times before, maybe not directly, but you know, just on the Nordschleife indirectly in a sense. And he has a new channel that he's calling HIGHNESS here, and he doesn't really want, at least from his perspective, to do many race videos, although I'm sure he might do that in time. But what he wants to do specifically is help other sim racers become better at learning how to operate some of the software that you can, or apps that you can add to Assetto Corsa. So if you check here, he has got detailed, helpful videos on how to install Soul and other apps, things like that. So if you are not aware of this channel and you like installing apps into Assetto Corsa, or you do it fairly often, and you have a bit of trouble with it, I strongly advise you to subscribe to his channel, and he might give you the video that you need, as you can see here, on different aspects of Soul and other programs and how to use them properly in Assetto Corsa. But he has specifically helped me, especially with Soul and how to install it into Content Manager as I'm trying to learn everything at once. So he's been a big help to me. If it's something that appeals to you, please subscribe to his channel, and he's very helpful indeed. And so, both with HIGHNESS's and HUMBLEGEORGE's help, that's the video that I'd like to feature today, because I'm learning both Soul and Content Manager all at the same time. And I want to feature a race from night today, because in the last video I talked about how great the GT pack is from Race Sim Studios, but I've never driven it at night, and I wanted to see how it would be like to race these cars in a night to day transition. And so just for any new subscribers or just a handful of you that might not be aware of Race Sim Studio or the RSS GT pack, you have here not one, not two, not three, not even four, not even, five, but six incredible cars all in the one pack. And they are absolutely brilliant individually to drive every car. You do have what they call two Ferruccios, which is essentially Ferraris. That's why I've put one in the back, because one's called a 57, the other's called a 55, so very similar. But each of these cars are just superb to drive individually. So you can actually buy them individually or buy them as a pack, and I'll have a link to the description. And just a reminder to all new subscribers that if you ever want to view one of my races again, I always chat at the start, but I'll always have a timestamp in the description, so you can just skip the talking and go straight to the race. And that's exactly what we'll do now. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time, hopefully with not so big a gap between the videos, but I'm still trying to learn everything. And I'll catch you later. See ya. And let's go racing. G'day viewers. Now, apologies for this intermission, but I ran into a few problems, and the mistake I think I made was trying to learn 3 brand new programs all at the one time, hence a bit of delay to this video to start with. But where I ran into problems was because I tried to do a video with a night to day transition on here on Bathurst, and it worked out beautifully. But the mistake I made was that I do 95% of my videos actually from recorded replays, and that's just so I can have more control over camera angles and just trying to make it a little bit better than just doing a straight out live video. But what happened was, and it's a choice that I make if I have less than, say, 10 cars, is I try and record VR in a higher quality. But what happened was, when I tried to play it and record it using the replay video, it was just completely blank or black. And so therefore the recording was black as well. But then when I set VR to my usual race, the settings that I normally have when I race just for fun, I got this weird, sorry for the sound there, I got this weird black flashing here that you can see here. And I don't know what causes it, but it's interesting that it only happens when on this one night replay, meaning that all my other replays, which I checked, which are all recorded normally during the day, and record no problem, have no flashing, they just play as normal. But for some reason this night thing affects the VR recording, and I'm not sure why. But the other problem that I had, and again this is where I didn't understand or learn from the software in the beginning, was that the night to day transition over 3 laps looked beautiful. The rising sun just looked fantastic. But for some reason on a replay, because I had the time schedule sort of times 100 or something like that to make the rising sun go quicker, it won't show up on a replay, and I didn't even know that. So the whole replay is in darkness, as in night. And so I was initially going to scrap it, but that just meant more time then, because there was already the delay to this video trying to learn the software, and so I didn't want another delay again. So if you can just please be patient and just put up with this night video just for now, and from now on I'll just record my videos as normal. until I learn maybe how to do a night video a bit better, or record it live and learn from my mistakes. So please be patient and just put up with this night video, although I have to say, given that there was never any night in Assetto Corsa, when you drive on Bathurst and you go up the mountain, there's essentially no lights, and I have to say just how realistic it is driving when you can't see and you just got your headlights. It is quite incredible how well Soul and Content Manager have pulled this off. It just looks brilliant. But given that I understand that a lot of people might not like completely dark night racing, please just forgive me this one time and then I'll go back to normal. So let's check out the video now, and I'll catch you next time, and hopefully it'll be a bit better result. See you later.